What's up, YouTube? What up, YouTube? What up, YouTube? What up, YouTube? So check this out.
Okay, we're recording.
Wonderful.
Great. We're here. Bam.
Where's here?
In my car.
Exactly, as it is.
We're in my car because that is our home base, our office.
It's a nice mobile office. Gets us done.
Right. But physically, we're in Lacey, Washington, literally right outside the shop door of ArcheryWorld Pro Shop. And we're here because of the ArcheryWorld Classic that we were talking about. They just wrapped up today's event, and we're gonna talk with David,
Me,
because you participated this weekend. I unfortunately did not.
right? And we were missing you.
Yeah, I really wanted to be here, but I had some
Such is
stuff
life.
at home I had to take care of, and it just kind of is how it is.
It is.
So with that being said, kind of walk me through, or the listeners through, like all of it, like Friday
Sure.
leading into Saturday, and then what you got to witness today because you were here.
Yeah. So it was great. Honestly, I was really excited about coming down here. Friday, I kind of had I didn't really have jitters yet. I was actually just excited. I did get the jitters a little later, but no, I was really excited Friday. As we've talked before on here, that I really was looking forward to the new experience and trying something out of my wheelhouse. I didn't know exactly what to expect, but I understood how the game played, so I kind of had a basis for what I was going into. I think the only thing that really gave me any concern was that the new setup was still really fresh and new, and I'd only shot it maybe 3 times, and so I knew I wasn't going to place super high. I knew I wasn't, most likely wasn't going to make the shoot down or the shoot off the next day. But I set some goals for myself, right?
Realistic goals.
Yeah, like here are some metrics that I can say I had an okay day if these things happen. For instance, I don't want to shoot 8s.
Okay.
All right, stay in the yellow, 9, 10, or 11, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the new setup, new feel, and it is just worlds apart in the difference how the bow feels and shoots when the stabilizers and the sight and everything is changed. It's like picking up a new bow. It really is. And so
yeah, I mean it from what it looked like. I mean, just seeing you shoot a little bit here, you and the little that I have seen you shoot the other weekend when we met up at Tacoma Sportsman's.
Yeah.
You can tell that it doesn't feel the same. You don't look completely comfortable with it yet.
Not as relaxed into it as I normally am.
Right.
And I'm not. And it definitely is going to take some getting used to. So, yeah, getting down here was great. I got a little bit of the nerves in the morning because I didn't know exactly what the format was. And it's kind of a fast-paced event. I mean, you have a lot of shooters and a limited number of lanes. And so you have to be well-timed. And I got to give credit to ArcheryWorld. This is their first event, but they structured it and organized it really well.
Think so?
Oh, absolutely. He got up and this is what we're going to do, and he gave kind of laid out what was going to happen. And then they've got a big monitor up that you can see the time for the rounds, and it announces, okay, lines, targets who are shooters who are shooting targets A and C are up now, and then they'll switch, and then you go targets B and D. Because they had, like, line 9, A, and then you could have, like, line 9B.
Right, because the targets were narrow.
Yeah, they're narrow, and you get two on the same butt, and, target butt. And,
Sure.
And so it flowed really well. You have 2 minutes to shoot, and you have 20 seconds from when they say, all right, it's time to get up here. So you got 20 seconds to kind of get prepped, and then 2 minutes to shoot. And so my first end, I'm all nerves. I'm not going to lie, I was a little bit nervous. But I also figure, well, I've shot my bow enough that I don't have any concerns about missing like the whole target or anything like that. I just nervous about the process.
Right.
And we get up there, And we settle in, and that first arrow it's like, hey, 2 minutes start, and I get the first one up, let it go, and there went all my nerves on the first target, first arrow. Because it was just...
Did you shank it?
No. Dropped it right in there.
Oh, that was the Inside Out that you posted. Was that the one you're talking about?
I don't remember. No, it wasn't an Inside Out, but it was a 10 for my first arrow, and then I think I got like a 9 and an 11. It was kind of... Oh, yeah, because my second dot, for whatever reason, I just couldn't hit the broadside of it. I mean, I'd have a 10 and a 10 on top, or a 10 and 11 on one of those on the bottom, and it'd be a 9 in the middle. And I couldn't hit the middle. I don't know.
That's funny because most of the archers that I'll watch, it'll be like the top or the bottom.
Is the one that's out?
Yeah, is the one that's like causing them a little frustration or whatever. And from listening to guys talk about that, it's because like some archers will change, like they'll shoot bottom to top. Because if you shoot from top to bottom, the lights in the building will cause the arrow to cast a shadow down to the target below.
Oh.
And so it'll mess with their view of that target. And so they'll shoot bottom to top so they don't have that shadow in their way.
That's smart. Luckily here, the lighting comes in at like an angle, so
Right.
it doesn't do that. But
Cool.
I really like that, and that's something to keep in mind if we go to like Vegas or if we go to like the...
If I'm going to Vegas, it's as a spectator.
Right now, I mean, I'm not going right now, but I really feel like this is something that could get me there, But anyway, my first one went off, and then it was like, and then it's just it's routine at that point. Reach down, grab your next arrow, load it up, and
Right.
do your shot process, and and that's when the nerves broke on the very first shot. It was, all right, cool. I know what I'm doing. I know how to do this.
Right.
Let's do it. And I shot all 3 of my arrows, and I looked up, going, "Oh man, how much time do I have left? I have like seconds left. I had a whole minute left. It took half the time I need. All right, slow down, Sparky, slow down."
Yeah.
And so it was a lot of fun, and
Yeah, that whole time thing is, I know what that feels like, not in an archery competition setting, but from a firearms instructor setting, when you go and you take your qualification course to become an instructor, even to carry as a security officer at a company or whatever,
Yeah.
there's a state minimum requirement shoot course that you have to take, and each course of fire is timed, but on an instructor level, your times are less.
Sure.
So, like, I remember the very first one scared the, piss out of me, if you will, because you had 3 seconds. You had 3 seconds to draw from your holster and put 2 in the torso and 2 in the head. So center mass, 10, and T-zone. 3 seconds, 4 shots. And I was just like, I remember training for that so much. Like, what, bam, 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 bam. I was just, okay, here it comes. It's at 3 yards. Okay?
Hey.
So then you get to it,
So aiming's
and then
not
you
really
see,
important.
like, really what... Yeah, I mean, I learned a lot, throughout my, revolution becoming an instructor. I learned a lot about, like, accuracy, target, like, what you really need as far as a sight picture and when it comes to self-defense shooting, things like that. But anyways, you see 3 yards, you're like, this is 9 feet. I can hit this blindfolded. But, that time is still messing with you.
Yeah,
3
that timer,
seconds, that's
yep.
not a lot of time, you think, right? And then you do it, you get done, and you're waiting for the buzzer. You're like,
you have time to look around for
yeah,
the buzzer.
yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, honestly, like I said, it was a phenomenal event. The organization was perfect. You always knew what you were supposed to be doing, when you're supposed to be doing it.
That's good.
Which, I mean, I've hosted 3D shoots, and been to plenty of shoots that are established that happen every year and felt less
Organized.
than this. And this is their first one. So I was really blown away at that. They were giving out, day one, they're giving out raffles and stuff like that. Like, not raffles, excuse me, door prizes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So
Cool.
just about everybody here I think just about everyone got one, which is pretty cool. Took my home a nice ArcheryWorld t-shirt.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
Your plaque did really well.
Really?
Like I was talking.
Like, I know I like it, but
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
biased.
Right. Well, and it's funny because all of the staff members here have put in on it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they're like, I want
that's-
it. It's cool.
It is cool.
And so, yeah, those were selling pretty well. So at the end of the event, I thought we were shooting 3:30. So that's 10 ends of three arrows each, scoring 11 points is maximum.
Yeah.
And come to find out while I'm on the line that no, it's a 660. It's double that. It's,
So you're like, oh, I'm shooting 60 arrows
60
today.
arrows. I'm shooting my hunting bow, basically. I mean, I set it up for freestyle, but it's just the same old bow I've always had. That's a 70-pound pull.
Yeah.
Which I have no problem. I made it through just fine. I didn't feel like the fatigue was too much, but
I think the fatigue is not so much the draw, it's the hold.
yeah, no, definitely.
You know what I mean? I gotta pull my bow back all day long, but you want me to hold it there accurately for a couple of seconds, like 60 times?
Right. So
I'm personally a little nervous about that because I'm shooting Vancouver. I didn't shoot today.
What are you shooting poundage?
Well, I don't shoot 70. I'm shooting like 50.
See, that's perfect.
But I don't typically shoot 60 arrows for accuracy, so I'm gonna definitely practice.
Yes.
And do all that stuff to get ready.
Well, and we talked to several of the pros in there, and they all say the same thing. The real difficulty in this is every shot has to count. Every single shot has to matter. You can't just, oh God, get this round over, throw this arrow.
Right.
Every shot has to count, and if you take that to heart, you might pull a Bodie Turner and shoot a perfect 660.
Yeah.
Which he did. Phenomenal little guy. I love that.
I was curious. I kind of knew the answer to this question in my head already. I figured they were going to let him shoot the adult class.
Yeah, they did. Yep.
But in the back of my head, I was thinking, okay, but he's only 14. Could we just let him shoot the youth? Okay.
Just tell him no. The rule, the class is starting at 16. You're not there.
Yeah.
Go sit down. No, but he shoots for now, and I think honestly, I mean, when you come in and beat the entire by a landslide, the entire field, I think it's almost unfair. It's not unfair because he is their age.
You mean it would be unfair for him to like not let him shoot in a class where he's capable of competing? Like he's capable of competing as an adult, even though he's not an adult.
Right.
That's what you're saying. And by holding him back in the youth class,
all the other youths,
which is kind of what you would be doing.
Yeah, all the other youths are like, I understand he's a phenom, but we're shooting top level for a youth.
Yeah. Come on. Get him in the adult class so we have a chance. And the adults are like, keep him in the kid class so we have a chance. Oh, no. That's... I don't know what that feels like.
Oh, yeah, I've never shot that good. I've
shot pretty good. We really need to have him on so we can kind of talk about that. And
I think personally, one, for those who don't know him, we talk because he's really well known in the archery community. He's a super chill kid, and I say kid, he's pretty mature for his age, and he's really just laid back. He doesn't. You know, a lot of teenagers, 14-year-olds, be pretty full of themselves, but he's pretty chill.
He's super humble for a 14-year-old now.
But
for not even just a 14-year-old, he's a 14-year-old that is a phenomenal shooter.
Right.
Like if I was him, my ego would be like through the roof. You'd have to open the roll-up door here to
get you and your ego through the door.
Yeah.
But I will say, I'm glad he's there, and I love, one of the things I love about archery is you can go as hard as you want. Like just unlike other sports where you got to pull back sometimes. Especially me, I'm 6'2". When I'm in shape, I can hurt people. We play tackle sports, people get hurt, right?
Yeah.
We play, even if you play, like I used to play basketball, and I cracked my friend's head open by accident. Like, we both went for the ball.
Bro, was this street ball?
No.
Like, what are we talking about?
It was just basketball.
His head open?
Cracked his head open.
This sounds like some Bronx shit.
I'm just saying.
Right here.
But we both went for the ball, and we're running towards it, right? Because it had kind of got away from us. And I didn't think about it. I just put my shoulder down when he came close. I didn't shove him. I did not shove him.
Okay.
But I outweighed him by so much that when he hit me, he fell and stumbled. His head came back kind of like whiplash style, smacked the concrete, split his head open,
Man.
So I've always learned I got to pull back in sports.
Okay.
Got to do that.
Superman.
No, I'm just saying. I'm not bragging. I'm not a great superstar on any sport. And if it's a contact sport or can be a contact sport,
not combat.
I pull back.
Don't be kicking people in the face.
I'm just saying. I pull back a little bit. I never get to play my best because I've hurt
Oh,
people.
come on. But in archery, you can't.
But in archery, I can go I can get as into it as I want to get, and nobody gets hurt.
Well, you got to get in the top 16.
Yeah, that's true. I did not make it, folks.
You
So
were close, though. I mean,
I
you
did.
beat Eddie Blankenship on X's.
Just barely. I'm a little surprised. He should have whooped me. But I shot a 597. I feel that was really good for, like we said, my bow was I haven't practiced with that setup. There's nothing wrong with
Dude,
the
you've
setup.
only been shooting with it for like 2 or 3 months.
Not even months. I've shot 3 times with it.
Oh, with it complete?
Yeah, I've taken it. I've shot it once here for a total of 15 arrows because my daughter woke up and wouldn't stop fussing, so we had to leave.
Dad life. Hashtag dad life.
I shot it once at TSC where I got 6 shots out of it, and then I had to go.
Oh, I thought you were going to say because it's a Hoyt.
No. And then the last time I shot it, I was able to actually shoot for a while, and I got the 20 and my 80, and so I actually could get my sight tape on there.
Oh, that was at TSC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the 3 times I've shot that bow.
Man.
So, I really don't have a lot of time behind the string. But I don't care. I'm not making excuses. I had a good time. I enjoyed it. I fared about as well as I thought I was going to fare. And it was interesting. I don't have any weights, or very little weight on my stabilizers because I'm not used to them. So in the 18th end, I was like, well, let me put an extra ounce out there. My pin went from jiggity jogging all over the place to my normal, slower kind of rhythm that I'm used to.
Mm-hmm.
My last 3 ends were wonderful. I mean, 10s and 11s,
Sure.
all the way out. I think I had...
It's a good thing you didn't go super heavy really quick. I mean, you might have only had an ounce on you to throw on there, but my point is,
Right.
it's a good thing that that wasn't a decision you made early on in your shooting, if you think about it, because you shot better, you found it in the 18th end, okay? But let's say you found it in the 3rd end. Well, you're not used to practicing with that extra ounce,
Right.
and then you get tired.
Well,
And then-
it's an ounce.
I know, I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, it's an ounce.
Yeah, it's an ounce. It's not a lot. Sure. But even still.
Right. But the point is I saw improvement right there, and then I didn't even think about it. I'm so used to bow hunter class where you can't touch your sight. It didn't occur to me that I'm shooting, you look at my target, I've got the left half of the 11 and 10, or the right half of it, sorry, is all shot up, and then that exact same distance on the outside of it in the 9, well, I've got a group, just move it over a little bit. It just didn't occur to me, you paid for the clicks. Reach up and give it 2 to the left or 2 to the right and put it in the dot. I didn't even think about it. I'm just
Did somebody clue you in to do that?
No, I figured it out, and when I got done shooting, I looked at my target, because I tried to stay back, because they ask you to stay away from, not to go up, not to approach your target, and you can't touch your arrow or your target till they're done scoring it. By the time they're done scoring it, they scored it, whatever, pull the arrow. I got to looking at it in the last, and that's when I saw the grouping, and it's well, for God's sakes, But before that, I didn't want to change it because my pin was so shaky, I wasn't sure it was a sight.
Sure.
So I learned a ton. I mean, it was a wonderful experience, honestly. I mean, if you're going to spend the money to come out and shoot, you might as well learn something.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's like Idaho, man.
Yeah.
I didn't go there to win. I went there to learn.
Did you learn?
I learned a lot. I mean, I paid a lot for that class, but
Yeah,
I learned
exactly.
a lot. It was fun. Well, great. And so, okay, but today
Okay, yeah, so...
you didn't shoot.
Right. I just fell short of... the 16, the top 16 in each class move on to the next day. I fell just short of that. I shot 17th. And I might actually be wrong about that. I think I was a little bit lower. I was 17th until they posted the last update, and I think I jumped down a few notches. So, but still, I mean, out of 40-something
Did
shooters.
you jump down or fall down?
Fall
right?
down.
Yeah, it's probably fall down.
Yeah, well, jumping down sounds less feeble.
It sounds chosen, like
That's right.
you chose to.
That's right. Anyway, middle of the pack on my first shoot, I'm okay. I wasn't at the bottom.
Right.
And I wasn't at the bottom against seasoned shooters who do this. So I felt pretty good about that.
Well, and then go ahead.
No, it's finding those metrics to judge your event by, right? Because I could sit here and pout and moan and, I know I can shoot better than that. If I had this, if I had done... No, that's garbage. That's a horrible mentality. I will say, though, because I am really familiar with my 10-year bow hunter freestyle setup, I think I could have.
You think you could have done better in a different class?
I definitely could have podiumed in, because that's what I know, though. That's the bow that I'm used to. That's the bow that I've been shooting for.
I want to get a fixed pin sight for my bow, for my hunting bow, just so that I can compete in this bow hunter class if I want.
I asked about that because one of the guys had a mover.
Yeah.
And it was a single pin mover. And I'm like, that's bow hunter? And they're like, long as he doesn't move the sight and it has no lens, you can run a single pin.
What?
Yeah. No lens, don't touch it. You can touch it during your 2 practice rounds. You can move your sight.
Man!
But you got to have the short stabs.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I got short stabs.
That's not hard to do, right?
That's easy to do.
I'm over here like, all right, hunter class. All right.
Knowing's half the battle, as they say, right?
That's right.
And it's easy to armchair it here.
Yeah, well, of
and
course.
go, oh, I probably would have done better than so-and-so. But, not being in that situation, maybe I would have shot like poo. Right. I don't know.
Everybody has bad days. I mean,
I definitely have had bad days.
My favorite is when I love when this happens. I honestly love when this happens. When you have it's so frustrating, but in a good way.
Okay.
When you have one of those on fire days, you can't miss. You're just, you're lights out. You're having a great day.
Right.
And then you lose. And you go, what the crap? And you look over and you see the look on the face of the guy that surprise beat you because he was having an on fire freaking day.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And you kind of just go, all right, cool. Like, we were both in our zone, and that's a good, fun competition. That's a good head-to-head kind of match.
Yeah, exactly.
So I didn't get to shoot today, but that freed me up to film, so there may be a video coming out soon.
There better be a video.
I mean, maybe not soon, but coming out.
Right.
And then it was great to watch the way that they did the brackets. They went head-to-head, single elimination.
Oh, okay.
But I think you shot, it was 9 arrows total.
Mm-hmm.
And whoever had the highest of those 9 won, and the other one was eliminated.
Cool.
And then when you got it down to the last 5 or 6, the lowest would face off against the next highest.
Okay.
So, 6 would shoot against 5th, and that's the only 2 shooting.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they do the same thing. 3 ends, highest score. And then if it didn't matter, whoever won faced the 4 seed, the 3, the 2, the 1, and that's how you determine it. So one guy climbed up to, I believe, 2nd from like 5th, I believe.
Yeah, that can happen.
So he really did get to... Oh, are you about to lose your nose of your car?
I should have... Maybe I should move the car back a little bit. Pause for station identification. Today, we are not brought to you by Rain Inferno. However, I am going to drink one because I happen to have one here. They donated some beverages to the shoot this weekend.
Rain Company did. They brought
Rain
a whole
Company.
bunch. See, there goes some more.
I have the Inferno here. I'm gonna try Red Dragon.
Apparently, that has like a thermal.
It says thermogenic fuel.
Yeah, apparently it's gonna make your body feel warm.
I'll drink it tomorrow, when it's cold.
Right, instead of when you're sitting in a car.
Well, because it's got 300 milligrams of natural caffeine. That's the last thing I need this late in the day.
Right.
I'll be like,
whoa! Yeah, you offered me one. I'm like, no, I'm good.
But
you do you. There goes
yeah,
the case.
Way to go, Rain. I'm gonna try this out, and like I said, we're not sponsored by them, but I am gonna try it because it was free. It sounds like it's gonna be tasty.
If it's free, it's for me.
Yeah, it definitely. If it's free, it's for me.
So the shoot downs were amazing.
Got it.
Lots of payouts for lots of different classes, and it was a great, fun environment. It really was. One of the things I did find interesting, and it makes perfect sense, but they would do the shoot down, and then they do the announce the, of course the winners because you watch the shoot off, and then they'd give them their checks because they pay instead of trophies.
Right.
And then it's on to the next class. So it was interesting. By the time we got to the men's open, who went left,
they didn't just do awards like for every class at the end.
Right.
They did them in between. Oh, okay.
So as they did the class, that those people could leave. Then they were done. So
it
was
got less
the
and
crowd.
less
Yeah,
people.
got less and less as we reached the men's open. But they also shot it that way. So like bare bow and then bow hunter, male and female, and then open, right? So those bare bows had been there for probably hours longer than the open class. So the fact that they got to leave, quote, early from, made sense. So everyone was there for about the same amount of time. Well, and it was great because when you're done, unlike say a 3D where you have, and I'm not griping about this is part of 3D, you have tear down, you have whatever, and you have to tally up scores, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
It takes...
You got the shotgun start at, butt crack of dawn.
Right. Oh, I love this. I don't like getting up that early anymore. The fact that 11 o'clock was shooting time for my class, and then 1 o'clock yesterday was start time. Yeah, sweet. Get up, have my breakfast, do my normal routine. Like, I loved it. Cool. But anyway, I really liked it, and the format was really easy to follow. I got nothing bad to say. Nothing. Everything went smooth here. And to the point, and I made some changes to the bow. I added those clicks that I didn't during the shoot. I added the weights. I came in here after everything was done and shot 10 ends and shot a 310 out of 330. So
That's 20 points down, David.
It is. It is 20 points down. But yesterday, so double that, right? What are you at? You're at 620. I shot a 597.
Yeah, that's good.
So I got better. Just changing a simple thing and then getting a little bit more used to the bow.
Sure.
So
but you set the bar really low for me. Thank you. So in Vancouver, hopefully,
all you have to shoot is better 597.
Shoot a 598, and I can be like, somebody's closer.
Yep. But I'm gonna bring it back down to earth a little bit
because I'm shooting fat shafts.
Because Eddie shoots better than you.
Eddie shot better than me in Idaho.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And me and him tied, so...
He did.
I don't know, man. It sounds easy to beat, but... You better. I'm saying you better win, though, because honestly, I'm shooting outdoor skinny arrows. I'm shooting, 308 feet per second. I mean, the metrics are against me winning, really getting... So... Anyway, I hope you do good, man. I really hope you smoke it and get in there for the podiums.
Me too. I'm gonna practice a lot, dude. You don't even know. I'm gonna practice a lot. I'm gonna be just overcritical of my bow.
And listen, get the targets. Get used to shooting.
Yeah. I'm gonna shoot the targets. Yeah.
Yeah, the actual targets you're gonna use because I shot like I usually shoot the blue face, the 5-dot, right? Because it's more arrows and just 5 and go down instead of 3. But their shape's different. The coloring is different, and they're easier to shoot. And I hate the yellows.
I usually will go through the stack here and find the 3 spot.
There you go.
And I'll shoot whatever somebody else already shot, but I'll just make sure it's like a clean-ish target.
Right. Listen, most people don't blow out the X anyway.
Exactly. Yeah, but for those guys that do. I've picked up Ryan's target and used it before because they're consistent, so it's easy to see like where they shot.
Yeah.
And then I can shoot that, and I know that this hole right here in the middle is the X.
Yep.
So
honestly, it's easier to shoot the holes because they're dark. They stand out more. Once you put a couple in there, it's like, oh, just aim it right there.
Yeah.
I know for me personally, it just occurred to me. I have a green filament.
Mm-hmm.
And a yellow target. Those are in the same color spectrum.
Are they?
I have a hell of a time seeing the green dot.
Oh. Yeah, mine is
like I can see it, but it's
definitely...
definitely...
Oh, mine's orange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might be better. It's a little darker.
Because when I'm looking at it, it doesn't look orange. It looks like black when I'm looking down the scope and everything. And the housing, it looks dark in comparison.
I have
I use a triangle. It's a little sticker.
Yeah, I have a sticker. I was thinking about covering up the...
And I'm going to tune it to just the point.
Nice.
Like my True Glow, or not my True Glow, like my my Trigicon AccuPin that I had came to a point. So that's going to be the spot. Just hold it there and send it.
You better win, man.
I'm not going to win. Like,
you better be real. Between you and me.
No. I mean, look, it's Vancouver. Henry Bass is probably going to be there. Bodie probably gonna be there.
Oh yeah, you're
Ryan
not beating
Black
Bodie.
probably gonna be there. Like I don't plan. I'm not. I do not in any way have this preconceived idea that I'm gonna master archery in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
In 3 weeks and beat these guys. No.
For the record, though,
but
I meant beat my score.
I would be happy. I would be super ecstatic with myself if I made 6th.
Oh, that'd be insanely cool.
If I made 6th, I would be. I'll tell you, if I qualify for that Sunday,
Thank you.
I will be happy.
Right. So I'm gonna say, set yourself some metrics, right? So you know, like, I did a good day if I had this. So in my brain, 9s are better. Stay in the yellow.
I want 10s. Like I mean, like.
Okay, see, but
I don't want 9s.
no, you don't want
10s.
9s. But I'm saying, I would not consider it a failed day if I happen to shoot a 9.
Yeah.
It would be a kind of a flop for me if I shot 8s.
Oh yeah.
You see what
If
I'm
I
saying?
shoot an 8, I'll be a little
cranky.
downtrodden with
Yeah.
myself for sure. Yeah.
So set the metrics, and then keep them in mind when you go, and you can tell us about it when you get to your event. And
Absolutely.
I probably won't be able to join you in that one because of the distance.
It's all good.
But I'm trying to make it I'm trying to shoot the last one, the trout.
Oh, Troutdale. Yeah, I won't be able to participate in the Troutdale one, but
Really?
I will be there on the 5th to do the raffle. Yeah, it just cost. I mean, it's $75. It's $80 if you tally tax.
Right.
I
don't mind that.
And
It's
then
the
you gotta be
hotel.
there for both days.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's
that's
like,
for me. If I go down there, I'm not driving back up to Federal Way to go back to Oregon to go back to Federal. Like, I'm not doing.
Yeah,
it.
no.
So I'll get a hotel for the night. So the kind of pressure is kind of on. Like, well, you better qualify. You're going to be here either way.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think we got to wrap it up.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how your content that you got turns out. Any
Me
stills you need to post those.
Bonanza coming up. I'm going to post that tonight, I think.
Yeah, you should, because I thought it was gonna post on Friday.
Yeah, I wasn't 100% clear.
It's all good. That's about it.
Yeah, man.
I think we are good. All right, man. Hey, good job killing it out there.
Yeah, it felt good.
All right, cool. Well, see you later, man.
The end.